aggressively working on developing an IP stack based on IETF RFCs, and that has emerged now as sort of the industry focal point for that. We have announced partnerships with IETF and IPSO to really provide a coordinated industry IP stack supporting mesh networking and sensor networks, and we're working diligently on something called ZigBee Green Power, which broadens the availability of various harvested energy sources to be used in ZigBee products. And it's already very battery friendly, but this adds to that. So a lot's going on. Adoption has been accelerating around the planet in building automation and control systems. Las Vegas Control 4, you'll hear from them later today. But I think they now are the product supplier and the largest ZigBee network installation on the planet, and that's the new MGM Aria at City Center in Las Vegas that opened at the first of the year, which sports 85,000 ZigBee radios in it. So just a few. And if you ever want to really learn what life is going to be like in the world of the Internet of Things, I strongly suggest next time you're in Vegas, spend the $100 it'll cost you if you don't stay there during the Consumer Electronics Show to experience the Internet of Things up close and personal. So it's a lot of fun. ZigBee Remote Control, of course, is now starting to move fairly aggressively. ZigBee Smart Energy, of course, is moving very aggressively. Healthcare, I expect we'll see products later on this year. Telecom services is just starting to poke its head above the mist. So it's good stuff. And deployments are underway around the world, so this isn't just a U.S. phenomenon. We've got the state of Victoria in Australia aggressively moving for installations, Canada, Sweden, as well as the U.S., and numerous trials in a very large number of countries around the world. ZigBee has actually structured its standards in a couple of regions. I mean, we have a networking component, which we call a compliant platform. And that's everything that allows you to form the mesh networks, the security systems, and provide you the communications through 15.4. And it does the whole 9 yards except the application. So you can form a really fully comprehensive network. And there are about a dozen suppliers now of compliant platform systems. And a lot of module guys as well as the chip vendors. On top of that, though, if you run end-to-end interoperability at the product level, you've got to have a common application that runs across all of these things. And ZigBee now has quite a stable of applications that have gone through the process. ZigBee Home Automation, ZigBee Smart Energy. I keep forgetting to update the slide. It's now ZigBee Building Automation, ZBA, just to keep the program. ZigBee Healthcare, ZigBee Telecom Services, ZigBee Remote Control, and of course then it's still in development. The icon is there as a placeholder. ZigBee Retail, which I expect will be pretty much ready for prime time later this year, early next. I think the part that's been probably the most exciting and why I think a lot of you may be here at Connectivity Week is what's been going on in the world of the smart grid. When we started this, we weren't thinking so much in smart grid and things like that, but we face a challenge as we move into this new era of replacing our 19th century infrastructure in the U.S. And it's not about just moving electricity from point of generation to point of use in one way. We're now looking at distributed energy sources, stored energy sources, and we're looking at the ability to really manage a lot of information about what's going on in the grid and what's going on at the point of consumption, and being able to use that information in intelligent ways. And it's really to do a large number of things, from improving power reliability and quality, to increasing the resiliency of the grid, because now I know more about how loads are being handled, and I know more about what's happening in real time rather than waiting for somebody to call up and say the lights aren't on. I'm going to get increased capacity just because I can now optimize my generation efficiency. I mean, a lot gets squandered because you just don't know, so therefore you keep a lot of generation spun up in anticipation. We've got a lot of renewables out there, and this is going to allow for much more comprehensive management of those renewables. Users are going to become now more informed about the cause and effect between what they are doing and through that whole process, it's just increased consumer awareness and the ability to choose. So that's the challenge. And really what happened in late 2006 is there was a connection made between this world of sensors and what was going on in building automations, and an opportunity from a smart meter, from a home area perspective, really could provide a very important element of the smart grid solution. And that realization kind of came about as various sections around the world either were running out of electricity, couldn't meet the growth in electric demand, or had regulations in terms of carbon footprint or other environmental factors that they had to meet, and really had no effective way of doing that unless they could gain access to the residential environment. That was elusive. Commercial environments, a couple of dozen, can have a very profound impact on, a peak load, managing peak loads. But if I have 5 million residential environments, I'm not going to call up 5 million people and ask them to shed 1 kilowatt hour at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So this was the opportunity. One of the missions that a group like the ZigBee-2 has is when it discovers a stakeholder community, one of its missions is to bring those parties together and to really offer them the opportunity of coming up with ways that they can agree on a consensus agreement on standards that can solve their problems. And that's exactly what we did in 2007. One of the first things, of course, that happened was they set down a series of requirements that these networks had to meet. Some pretty logical stuff, that the products that show up in these environments be available as retail products. The electric industry isn't in the business of selling this stuff. They're selling electrons. A competitive market is essential, no vendor lock-in, so forget proprietary solutions. You really want to be in a situation where you're dealing with multi-vendor environment on a level playing field. This has got to hit mainstream populations, and as such, this is not aimed at the upper middle class or lower upper class or whatever. This has got to hit everybody, and the bulk of the population, fits into kind of the Joe Blow category. So these have got to be low cost, and it's got to be solutions for a global market, because that enables these things on a much broader basis. With that, when I have a broadly based technology, I don't want something that's so esoteric that only very few people understand it. I have to have something that is really pretty straightforward, and there's a large pool of available talent that can work with a very large number of organizations, like 3,000 utilities in the U.S. alone, on helping implement this stuff. And then, of course, anything that connects to the grid has got to have high levels of security. So that's a problem that needs to be very carefully thought about. And so these are kind of the top level agenda items. The result, we had a very large number of interesting companies at the table in 2007, a lot of competitors. And you'd think that they would not agree with each other, but they worked very exhaustively and really in an incredibly short period of time came up with the initial release of ZigBee Smart Energy, which was introduced in May of 2008, along with the first block of certified products that met that application. And it does a number of very essential things